Hello everyone, this is CyberEric with another gameplay review. This is for Hollow Knight Silksong. This is the latest game from Team Sherry, which obviously, of course, the previous one was Hollow Knight first. And as I like to start my videos, here are the controls in case you want to see them. Pause, take a look, and also a reminder to please like and subscribe, it helps the channel. So alright, Hollow Knight Silksong. It starts on it. She's the latest character that you saw in Hollow Knight 1. It starts as her, and her trusty, needle there. And again, there's a story, which again I won't go over because it's mostly a gameplay review, but you can get just excellent animations here from Team Cherry. So basic movement. So basically, and then just to show it off, here's some of the basic concept. If you played Hollow Knight 1, you know what this is, but this is a 2D side-scroller, Metroidvania. You're running around, exploring the map, and basically fighting enemies and unlocking upgrades, etc. for your weapons. So again, there's going to be different environments you're going to find. You're going to find different enemies and other challenges. So here I am basically running around, showing the gameplay aspects, the combat. You're going to go around, attacking enemies. I almost died in this moment. You can heal pressing the B button and doing this bind animation. And we see when you kill enemies, you will drop, for example, these rosaries, which are your currency. In addition, as you move around, you'll receive a lot of it is Metroidvania. You will unlock a lot of shortcuts. And you will also find different NPCs. In this case, this NPC is called Chakra. She unlocks the map, and you basically want to buy this. I recommend you get this early on. It's extremely useful for your exploring the world. And here I am, for example, unlocking the map. You press the left button here to pop it up, and you basically can walk around while you take it out. But you're basically going to be exploring, unlocking different areas, and basically unlocking the map, finding different bosses, challenges, upgrades, and overall playing this excellent game. Yeah, so one of the other things you're going to find is abilities. You're going to be unlocking this, obviously, as a clear Metroidvania. You're going to be unlocking different ones. I will not show some of the later ones, even though myself I haven't completed it yet, but I'm farther along. And for example, here's one of the initial upgrades you're going to get. This ability is called the Swift Step, and it basically allows you to dash around the map. It's actually one of the most useful tools for mobility in the game. So again, this is one of the main abilities you're going to unlock, and in clear Metroidvania fashion, it'll be used to explore the map, unlock secrets, and obviously even fight bosses. There are mechanics, particularly for challenging rooms, etc., where you're going to have to be using these abilities to basically run around the map, find things, fight enemies, or just survive particularly challenges. But again, that's part of the whole exploration. So as part of this review, I did want to show some of the basic gameplay of it, of you exploring around. For example, here I'm in the background doing some regular platforming. This is pretty early on in the game, just to give you an idea where you basically have platforms that disappear, you're going to be moving around, and you're going to basically look at enemies. Obviously, don't forget to look for secret walls all the time. You will find those. Again, it is classic Metroidvania in that regards, but obviously the game also has Souls element, Dark Souls, if you played that. So regarding that, one of the things you're going to be able to learn really quickly to play this game is the challenge. Now, right off the bat, this game is not easy. There are parts of the game that will, of course, be a challenge. And obviously, you get the rewards. It's not very satisfying, but just be prepared. Like, this isn't. There's no difficulty settings. So be prepared to challenging different exploration, platforming challenges, and also enemy challenges, particularly bosses, which we will go over later in this video. But of course, if you defeat the challenges, like this challenge room, which you will find a lot in the game, you will be able to defeat, for example, this shortcut. You'll be able to meet NPCs, unlock new quests, and that's kind of the fun of playing Hollow Knight Silksong.
Oh, cool.
Again,
what's that?
but just be prepared that you're gonna have to struggle, go back, lose your souls or currency when you die, And with that, let me go over some of the concepts. For example, there's going to be side quests where it'll ask you to, for example, defeat 10 enemies, etc., etc. You're also going to have a map and a loadout where you'll be able to unlock things and equip things. And I'll show that later. But I wanted to kind of show the map here where, for example, as you unlock more of the map, you'll unlock these different symbols on the map, and you'll be able to explore better, make it easier. Right there in the middle, if you see the little silk cocoon, that is basically my currency or drops, and I have to basically go back and unlock that to gain that back. And so you're gonna lose a lot of currency or groceries as you play this game. So just be prepared for that. Just go in there with the mindset, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. So for example, here I am unlocking a fast travel, and that is one of the main early things that you will unlock. And I won't explain how you unlock it, but basically you will unlock fast travel, and that'll basically help you with the exploration phase of Hollow Knight Silksong. And again, you're basically going to be summoning this nice doggy, whatever you want to call it. And again, similar to the previous Hollow Knight, you're going to be able to fast travel to different locations, for example. And this is still very early on in the game, I'll say. But again, I wanted to kind of show how it works. Again, the different side quests that I have here. I have a side quest that's completed, so I'm just going to go back and turn that in so that I can basically get additional rewards, items that give you more groceries, that's whatever rewards are, right? That's going to be the basis of what you're going to be doing when you're going to be exploring. So here I am showcasing a little bit of the equipment that I mentioned. So as you play along, you're basically going to be having these different currencies, but also different items. For example, these are currencies that'll let you contain different groceries, and you're going to find these throughout the game, and you'll unlock them as rewards or just hidden in different corners of the map. There's ways to upgrade your health, of course, at the top there, and there's ways you can switch your loadout. And again, I'm still early in the game where you'll be able to unlock potentially equip 2 or 3 of those maybe. I still am trying to unlock it, but for example, you can equip the compass, you can equip here, for example, this warding bell. So when I heal, I basically have a shield around me, and that kind of helps protect me. So here I am, there you go, I'm trying to showcase the shield. One of the other things, for example, there's different items where it'll help you collect groceries from far. I always like to have the compass, particularly when I'm exploring. And there's other items like, for example, this fire ability or tool that basically enhances my slash with flame, and now I'm basically hitting hard. So again, you're basically going to be creating loadouts. You're going to be running around, bosses. Speaking of bosses, this is where I'm going to showcase some of the bosses. So you're going to be able to understand that there's going to be patterns for bosses. And again, I'm going to show some of them. I'm not actually show you the enemy to kill them per se, but for example, you can stun them, and they're going to be all over the place. Some of them are going to be huge bosses. You can understand patterns like this one here. And this is still pretty early in the game, in my opinion. But again, this one wasn't really that difficult. This is the first boss for the game, for example. This will basically teach you the mechanics, where he's basically summoning some things down. You're going to be running around trying to attack him, but you're going to get hit because you're still figuring out the movement, the jumping, and again, as you unlock other abilities, you'll be able to dash, move around. Bosses will also summon AI enemies as well, so be prepared for that. And some bosses, like this one here, will basically challenge you as to test your limits as to how quickly you can react, read the patterns of the boss, and you guys are going to be trying bosses multiple times. Let's just be ready to be tested. Like, bosses will challenge you, they will take multiple tries. For example, here I am just jumping, trying to do my downward dash attack. And this boss, I figured out that, I'm calling her a she, but she can parry. So basically I'm not doing any damage on this one. It's like, oh, this is fun. And I love this boss fight. This is really one of my favorite boss fights in the last year or so in gaming. But again, as you can see, you will be defeated. You'll basically have to go back into your spawn point, check, I guess I have to go back, and what do you have to do? You have to retry. This is the Hollow Knight loop in some cases. You're gonna have to do this a lot. You're gonna have to struggle and figure it out. But it is rewarding, I promise you. Yeah. So just be prepared for that, for example. Just be prepared to, for example, here's the food, so when I die, I'm just going to grab it again. Basically go fight the boss again. Again, I'm not going to show me defeating it. This boss took me a while. It wasn't exactly the easiest, but once you learn from it, but yeah, final impressions. This is Hollow Knight Silksong again. Recently, very anticipated game from Team Sherry. I love Hollow Knight, the first one. I think that game's like a 10 out of 10. I love that game. This game, I basically have my little hesitation because it's a little bit more harder than the first one. And just a little bit. It's actually still not unfair. But you're going to be running around a lot. You're going to be learning about the mechanics of platforming. And you're going to get a little bit frustrated at times. There were times where I'm like, I hate this game. It's frustrating. But once you get the rewards for beating a boss or unlocking new abilities, it feels so good. So there's like a lot of reward in it. But mostly yeah, so again, real quick, there's no difficulty settings in the game. Be prepared for that. But yeah, it's a great game. It reminds you of basically like a Souls-like, for example, you're gonna have to follow. But it's gonna be Dark Souls-like, where you're gonna have to try different challenges and try things around. Just be prepared for it. But overall, yeah, platforming is great, as you can see here. And again, I recommend this game. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, simply because, again, I found the challenge pretty good. It'll probably go into like a 9 out of 10 after I finish it, but for now, this is just a great game. I highly recommend it. And yeah, it's $19.99. It's very easy. I recommend purchase. But with that, I want to remind everybody to, again, please like and subscribe. I thank you all for watching this gameplay review. And with that, this is CyberEric, and that is all for today. Have a good one, everyone.